Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are at. This is the Melanated Air Hour. Brr, brr, brr. I'm my own hype man. Um, we
I'll
do
be
this
the hype
every
man.
Tuesday. You can be the hype man. Hey, hey, hey. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday. We come to you for 1 hour and we bring you melanated news, empowerment, encouragement, motivation, life, business. I don't do this by myself. However, I am LaNée Javet. I do this with 3 to 4 other beautiful melanated co-hosts. Today we have Teddy Ewing at the Real Teddy Talks, tuning in from Egypt. How are you doing today, Teddy?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. How are you, Miss Lady?
I'm doing good. Got up, got dressed. I'm feeling nice and Pepto Bismol today, so it's good. It's
I
good.
love pink. That is my color.
Yeah, very pretty.
We have Keisha Ravenell tuning in from New York City. New York City. You're in New York. I know that, but what city are you in?
I'm in New York City. I'm in
I
the
got it
yeah,
right.
I'm
Okay.
in the Bronx.
At We Inspire Brand. And today we're talking about needing help. I need help. She needs help. He needs help. We need help. How do you need help? That's what we're talking about today. If you are tuning in, which I see you are, please say, hey, hi, how you doing? Let us know if you need help. Are you struggling? Because people have a very difficult time asking for help because help makes you feel vulnerable. Help makes you feel like you're failing. Help makes you feel like you don't know things, and people will look at you hardcore or strange. And then if you're the strong friend, it's really hard to ask for help because people always come to you. So if you are tuning in today, say hi, say hello, say yes, I'm the strong friend that needs help. Say yes, I'm the person who does not like to ask for help because it makes me feel vulnerable. Or just tune into the conversation. Say this is your first time. Hey, Terry. Hey, look, Terry straight up said, hey, I need help.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta put it on the glass. Yes. All right. So let's talk about it. So
yeah.
Let's talk about the stigma of asking for help. We'll just start there, right? Why do you guys think it's hard for people to ask for help?
I think it's a number of reasons, right? I think everyone have their own personal reasons with why they struggle with asking for help. I know when we brought the topic to the table, I actually went to my mom and I had kind of like a whole 5-10 minute therapy session with her. I'm like, Mom, do you think that it's difficult for me to ask for help? And before I could even get help out, she was like, yes, you never ask for help. And I'm like, oh, wasn't expecting that response. But she was just like, yeah, you would rather go without than to ask for help. And I'm like, really? I thought that I asked for help. She was like, yeah, no. So we kind of just like talked through it. And for me, it was like I asked for help when it comes to advice, right? Like I can easily ask for help when it comes to getting advice from someone, but when it comes to someone doing something for me, I struggle with that. So it also depends on the situation if I can ask for help or not.
And there's also that stigma. It's like if you're in a circle of people who ain't riding for you, and I will always come back to your circle because that is who is going to feed you and who you feed, right? So it's like a reciprocal relationship. And if you're around shady and shisty people, and I don't mean like overtly shady and shisty, but when you ask for help, they might judge you. They might be like, what you need help for? You always the strong one. Like, I didn't ask for all that. I just asked, can you help me out? Do I need money? Do I need someone to talk to? Do I need a friend? Do I need professional advice? I need what to do with my relationship, what to do with my marriage, what to do with my job. Like all of these things we should be able to ask without judgment. So if you're not in a no judgment zone with your friends and family, then I'm damn sure not going to ask for help because I don't want to be judged. And I don't want you coming back later trying to keep receipts on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, that's another one. People hold it over your head. If you go and ask somebody for help, then they want to come back and be like, well, remember that time? And remember when I helped you out of that situation? And remember when you were down? And so people will go without asking for help, knowing that we need help, knowing that we're struggling, we're sad, we're frustrated, we don't have the answer, we'll still continue to hold on to it ourselves. One of the reasons I forget, John, okay, so there's a couple of good ones over here.
Yes.
One was Nina says you don't want to be a burden on anyone, which is one of the biggest reasons that people don't ask for help. And I like what John Bird said when he was specifically talking about men. For men, you don't want to appear weak, but that's also a female thing. I think that that's just a help thing. You don't want to appear weak. So I'll speak for myself. So now we're going to go around the room and talk about ourselves. Like, what keeps you from asking for help? And I know for me, vulnerability, right? I am that strong friend. I am the person that you're going to call and ask about your business. I am the person that you're going to call and tell me what's going on with your man. I am the person you're going to call for encouragement and motivation. And so when I'm dealing with something and I'm going through something and I need help, I feel like I don't have anybody to call. Like, who do I call? Who does Superman call when he can't be super that day? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, who does Wonder Woman talk to when she's not a wonder? Like, it's difficult to ask for help when you are the strong friend, because you don't want people to think that you don't have it all together, like you don't have all the answers. And so sometimes I'll suffer in silence and I'm drowning and I need help, but I don't know who to turn to. And we're going to talk about this a little bit later in the conversation. Who are those 5 people that you need to have around you so that if you are drowning, if you do need help, you have somebody to go to. We're not going to go to that part just yet, but we do want to talk about those 5 friends. But how do you guys deal with asking for help? Personally,
I've come to this place now. I'm 41, y'all. I haven't always been here, but in the last probably 10 years, I realized I am that strong friend. Usually got it together, right? But if I have people around me that I can't ask for help, then I do not want them around me. So I come over that problem. I just ask, like, whatever it is, I think about my Rolodex. Because why do you have 100, 200, 500, 1,000 Facebook, Instagram friends, whatever, and you have no one that you can turn to? I think that's a lonely place to be in. I think we all have been there. So I've just said the people that I have in my life are going to be there. I'm going to force them to be there for me. And if they're not going to be there for me, then they're not in my life anymore. And I'll be cutting folks off, y'all. And it's probably a bad habit, but but the people around me in my life now, the people I can call, I feel like I can call them. So I have overcome that because I don't want to be lonely with people around me. I think that is just, that's just a horrible thing. I don't want to feel alone. I don't want to feel cut off and sheltered if there's people in my circle. So I just do it. Now I guess the courage to just say, hey, I need help, y'all.
Right. Pride is too big. The pride aside. Go ahead, Keisha.
Yeah. For me, like I said, it depends on what it is. And it also depends on how desperate I am. So if I'm in a desperate situation and I'm just like whoever said it, you got to put your pride aside. Like, no, I need that help because I don't want to fail. I don't want to die. I don't want to harm myself. Right. Mm-hmm. But my entire life, I've been the person, especially as a kid, I was always the good kid that got straight A's in school, and I never needed help with my homework, and I never needed help with like anything related to like school or anything like that. So I think because of that, it went into adulthood. Like I could always figure it out on my own, and I always had that support. But it's just like, yeah, I know I have them, but I can figure it out on my own. Like I've done it this way my entire life. So I think for me, like I said, it depends. But yeah, asking for help, like Teddy said, it's like, is someone going to hold it over your head? I've been in those situations, like in relationships where it's just like, oh, I need this. And then 6 months later, it's like, oh, why you can't do this for me? Like when I did this for you 6 months later, it's just like, I thought you did that because you love me and out of the kindness of your heart, not because you expected something back, you know? So I really think it does go into that trust factor. If I trust you, like, I'm going to ask for help, or I'm probably not going to ask for help because like, I don't want to bother you. So it depends for me, y'all. It depends.
And that's a great question, LaNée. I want to ask you because you are a business development strategist and your whole brand is helping people get themselves together, right? So for you at moments in your life when we're all human and not have it together, do you feel like that is contradictory to your brand, or do you feel like you'll be judged if the person's supposed to have it together ain't quite got it together this moment, this day, this hour?
You know what? That is a great question. And I've struggled with that question before, but it's the whole business thing. I am great at being there for other people, listening to other people, looking at their business, looking at their brand, figuring out how to make it work. But when it comes to my own, I have to have somebody else do it. So it's that out of body experience. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm great at looking at what's going on and giving advice and counseling and mentoring. And I know what to say and what to do and how to do it. And sometimes I coach myself, but it's different when you have to. So I'll give you an example. We have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, right? And so I try to consciously talk to my subconscious mind. And you can't do that.
You can do that.
Myself at the same time. And I had to literally go and hire somebody to do MLP with me to kind of help me. You don't have to be conscious all the time. You don't have to be the fixer all the time. Sometimes you need to be fixed. Sometimes you're broken. Sometimes you need help. Nina Yearly said, the worst feeling is when your cup is empty from filling others that you don't get replenished. So I'm good at filling everybody else's cup. I'm good at helping you solve your problem. I'm good at figuring out why your business doesn't work. I'm good at talking to you about your relationship. I don't counsel married women because I'm not married, but my single girlfriends I'll talk to. I'm good at doing all these things. But then, like Nina said, I've poured out all my good energy, all my knowledge, all my information to everybody else. And so now when I'm sitting here and I need something, I'm like, I got nothing. So some of asking for help is so that you can keep your cup full. Like I'm at a much better place with asking for help right now. What I have found is that people are waiting for you to ask for help so that they can give back to you.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriends, when I do pick up the phone and call somebody, they'll be like, girl, I've been waiting for you to have a problem. Like I've been waiting to just how can I help? How can I serve? What do you need? And it makes me feel better about asking for help. It makes me feel more comfortable. I can call up my girlfriend and be like, hey, let's go. I'm treating a sushi girl. I got something to tell you. And we go and do sushi and she'll let me unload and she'll listen and then she'll give me advice and feedback. So some of asking for help is making sure you have good people around you to ask for help who can actually help. They're going to empower you. They're going to motivate you. They're going to tell you the truth. They're not going to say yes to what you say. They're not going to just agree with you. Right? But they're actually going to help you. And sometimes that's a yes. And sometimes that's a no.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, John, he said, damn, LaNée, I thought that was only me. I'm not sure what part you were talking about.
I think it was filling everybody else's cup. And I think a lot of people who seek knowledge, right? Who seek education, who seek other alternatives, other sides, usually are people like that, right? They always want to help because you're trying to help yourself. So when you hear something good, you know something good, you're telling all your friends about it. Like, I just heard this thing on Melanated Air. They were talking about this and I didn't know that. You know, when we're talking about your credit score and stuff on the last show, like those things you want to pass on information because you're always trying to help. Well, who's telling you that information? Who's like, oh, I got to tell you about this real estate thing. You got to help. You got to get into this thing, you know, whatever it is. So it's like you're always expending your energy to learn more, seek more, and then spread the knowledge or spread the information or whatever. And you don't have the people that are filling you back up. But then it's back to your circle again. You got to find them people. You got to find those people that are going to help fill your cup back up after you've expended it doing whatever it is that you're doing.
Right. And see, the thing for me, if I'm paying for your services, I have no problem asking for help, right? Like that's one time I'm like, sending a text message, sending an email, like, I need this. Like, can you help me with this? Like, if I'm paying you to help me, then I'm on it, right? But sometimes, like I said, I do feel guilty, like, oh, I don't want to bother you. Like, I don't want to burden you with that. You know, I know you want to help me, but if this is something that I could really figure out myself, like, I don't want to stress you out. I don't want you to have more on your plate. And I know a part of that is also projection. Because
I was just going to say that.
I know that, like, when people ask me for help, and not all the time, but like when they ask me to do certain things and it's more on my plate, I become very overwhelmed. So like I become very overwhelmed easily. And this is why I need like my daily tasks and things. But if I'm constantly adding things to my daily tasks, I'm like, oh my God, I got to do all of this for myself. And I have to do this for this person. And I don't want to disappoint people. So it just becomes a lot. So I don't want other people to feel that way.
So I was going to ask, when you said that, how much of our fear asking for help is real and how much of it is us making it up, fearful of what the outcome will be? And I'll say the example of when you've asked for help, have people actually helped you? And if they have, then why are you so fearful to ask for help? Now, I can understand if you've asked for help and they was like, nah, and I can't cover you today, then that could mess with your ego, or, you just need the help, you don't get it. But I would venture to guess most people who do ask for it receive it, and it's just our egos and our pride that's keeping us in that space where we feel like we can't do it.
But can I also add, how are they receiving it? So someone can help you, but what is their attitude when they are helping you? Because it's like, oh, now I feel like like it's like, oh, I have to do this. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but I don't really want to be doing this right now, So I think people have a difficult time asking for help when that energy is received as well.
That's it.
Yes. Okay. So I wrote down a couple of things. So hopefully everybody stays on after I say this. Okay. But we gotta say it. I gotta say it. I would not be your friend. I would not be your homegirl if I didn't say this. So I'm gonna say it to you, but I want you to stay on the broadcast, okay? And just tell me you accept it. After I say what I say, tell me you will accept it. When you ask for help, you have to accept the help. You have to listen to the help. You have to apply the help. Because a lot of times what does happen is we will ask for help and then we'll be like, I ain't doing that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to hear. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And then we keep walking around in a circle, having been given help, but then not applying it. Now, I say that because I give out a lot of help. And people come back to me and be like, hey, can you do it? I'm like, but we had this conversation, but I did help you. Yeah, but I didn't want to do it that way. Can you tell me a different way? But I gave you the help that you asked for. So even when you ask for help, you have to accept the help. Now, I say that to say this, to what Keisha was saying, sometimes when you pay for help, it's better because I've had a assistant for maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years in my business when I very first got started. When I first got started and my money was funny, I had this girl that was helping me. And she volunteered to help me, and I didn't let her help me because I wasn't paying her. So I felt bad asking her for her help because I wasn't paying her. But she showed up every day to do stuff, and I'm giving her, a minuscule task and little things because I felt bad because I wasn't paying her. And she was like, LaNée, I'm here to help you. Let me help you. And I was like, no, I don't feel comfortable letting you help me because of the. So when people show up to help you, let them help you. If they're really there to help, be okay with letting people help you.
I think when it comes to like business and jobs, some people feel that no one can do it the way they can do it as well. So they don't want to ask for help because they don't trust someone to do the task the way they can do it. So that's the thing as well.
Control.
Yes.
And if you're in a position where you need help, you're going to have to relinquish some of that control because, there's more than one way to skin a cat. As I say, I don't know where that expression came from, but it's but it's true. It's like your way is the best way for you, but it's definitely not the only way. So you got to let people do it. Yeah. They're going to help you. Let them help you in their way. And like people say, well, if you don't want it that way, then you don't need help. So.
Right.
Trenda Bailey says it's so hard for me to let people help me, even when they insist on helping me. Why do you guys think that is? Why do you think it's so hard for us to accept help, even when somebody's volunteering it? Like, I want to help you. I'm here to help you. I had somebody give me $10,000 for my business. When I first got started, one of my girlfriends was like, I see you out here in the game. I see you hustling. I see you doing good business. And I just want to help you. I just want to support what you're doing. I'm going to give you $10,000 for your business. I was like, no. And she was like, why not? I was like, because I don't know if I can give it back to you. I don't know what my business is going to do. I don't give me $10,000. She's like, it doesn't matter. If you give it back to me, cool. If you don't, cool. I just want you to know that I see you and I want to make an investment in what you're doing. And it took her 3 months to talk me into taking that $10,000.
Yeah.
I did take it, but it took her. I got you. You're good. She had to talk me into helping me.
That's it. I see a lot of people saying that it's shame, insecurities, believing their intentions aren't positive. So that must come from some wound or some scar from before. Because I just can't imagine we we were born believing that, right? So you trusted someone to help you at some point in your life, and they use it against you, or they didn't help you or whatever. So then it made you gun shy in the future. But we have to stop letting past hurts keep us from doing other things, right? You got to be smarter. You get wiser from it. The wound becomes a scar. It heals over, but you can't let that stop you from receiving blessings in the future because it looks like something that happened in the past.
Right.
The saying goes, a closed mouth don't get fed.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You have to ask. You don't even know what you can have, what you can receive, who's waiting to help you, who has an answer, who will assist, unless you ask. There is this fear of rejection, right? So that's real. That's real. You actually show up and you put your pride aside and you put your ego aside and you man up or woman up and you finally go to this person and you say, hey, I need help. And they say, I don't got you. I can't do it. I can't help you. And then you walk away and you're like, well, damn, I just, you know what I'm saying? I let you know I need help. I let you know I'm struggling. I let you know I'm empty or I'm not doing well in this area and nobody's here to help me. And so I think, then what do you do? Like you walk away and you feel like, well, shit, I tried that. And so I guess I won't ask nobody for help no more. Like, how do we ask that? Because that's real. Everybody not for you. Everybody's not trying to help you. Right. And we're going to, after we answer this question, I'm going to tell you guys the 5 people you should have in your life. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the 5 people you should have in your life and how to find those people. But for right now, let's say somebody gets rejected and they shut down.
Let that ego go.
Yeah.
It's all ego. It's all ego.
Yep. And understanding that rejection is a part of life. Yes. Like everyone is going to get rejected in some way, somehow throughout their life. So you have to understand that. But if you really need the help, it's like, okay, this person can't help me. Find someone who can help you. And I know that it's probably not what people want to hear. And it's not the easy answer. But, you can't go through life skating. Like there's going to be some tough moments.
Don't
and you can't. That's it. You can't stop. Like, you can't let one rejection. Y'all gotta get some gumption. We gotta, get some fortitude. Like you gotta keep going forward. And I would hope that whoever rejected you, depending on where they fall in your circle, that it was honest. I mean, if somebody don't got it, they don't got it. Yeah. Now I would love to hear them say, but we're gonna figure out how to help you get it, right? Like let's figure this out. Let's do this, right? That's a circle, that's a team, that's people you really need to have in your network. But if that's not what happens, then you're gonna figure it out. And guess what, y'all? For most people, tomorrow comes, right? So you just gotta get through and see how you can make it work. Like most things are not the end of the world. So we just got to just get over it and keep going and take your ego out of it completely. That ego has to be left behind. It's going to hold you back.
And may I just add that as a community, we got to stop talking about each other, because that stops us from asking for help as well. Because you have those people that's like, oh, girl, Ashley always got her hand out. Like, oh, my goodness, I can't take her. But it's like, maybe this is a season in Ashley's life that she really needs help. And then there's going to be a season that you need help where Ashley is up because you helped her get there. And now she can pull you up, So we have to really come together as a community, stop feeling like, okay, I have to do everything by myself, but also stop rejecting, right? Or stop talking about the people that really are asking for help. That's what stops us from really asking the people in our circle. And I don't feel like it's everybody, right? But I feel like in general, it's like, oh, that girl, oh, she asked for help again. You need something else. Like, what do you want? Get out my face. Like we got to stop doing that to our people, because the only way we're going to move forward is if we come together. Y'all know what I'm about to say, right?
Yeah.
If you want to go far, go together.
That's it. And we will never reach our greatness. You will never reach the apex, the pinnacle, the thing, generational wealth. You cannot do it by yourself. I know people think you can, and I don't know where you get that from. Because if you look at someone that you're trying to mimic or mirror or model your life after that has achieved it, I assure you, whatever the it is, they did not do it by themselves. Sports players, they had a coach, they had a trainer, they had somebody that was getting up with them and helping them get through everything they're doing. people who, when it comes to money, you have people who are knowledgeable in real estate, investing, stocks, crypto. They're help spreading that wealth, spreading that knowledge. Like nobody is doing this by themselves. So as a B1 community, we damn sure need to stop. Like we have to help each other, and you have to ask for help. You have to give help. You have to receive help. Each one teach one, because we will never get there. Wherever your there is, you will not get there by yourself.
Yeah,
100%.
I'll give you guys a perfect example. You see all this melanin that's happening. John Bird said that's a great name for your show, Melanated Air. And I will tell you that the conception was, you know what, it would be great to have a panel with some Black women talking about life and business and encouraging and motivating Black people. But I have too much on my plate. I don't want to do it by myself. I really would like to do it with some other dope Black women, but who will I do it with? And then somebody made some suggestions, and I was like, well, I don't want to have to go ask other people to show up for me. Like I should be able to do it by myself. And then I just was like, all right, well, let me just see. And so I looked at some folks and some different people and whatnot, and I was like, ooh, this Teddy chick, she seems cool. She's an exit strategist. She's talking about crypto. You don't know me, but I see you, and I think I'm doing this show, and I think it would be great if you did it with me. Can we talk? Teddy jumped on the phone. We talked. She was like, I'm down. Cool. Yeah. Keisha, well, you don't know me, but I see you doing your thing with your t-shirt company, and you're an entrepreneur, and I think you can add value in these conversations. Can we talk? How do you feel about joining the show? She was like, I'm down. Cool. I already knew Madam President, and I kind of knew Faye, but I literally asked for help. Hey, there's something that I want to do. I don't want to do it by myself. You guys are beautiful melanin women who have great perspectives. We don't all agree. How do you guys feel about doing this thing? And here you have Melanated Air, like 5 months later, consistently producing, enjoying each other, supporting each other. I saw Keisha at the All Black National Convention. You would think we've known each other for years.
Yeah.
All just asking for help. This is what help produced. This conversation, these Tuesdays and Thursdays, live broadcasts that we do, these are all from just making some helpful phone calls saying, help. Hey, can you help me put this thing together? Hey, what do you think of this name? Hey, and now we meet and work together on a regular basis, all off of a simple, hey, can you help?
Yes.
Let me tell you, do you guys want to say anything before I jump to these 5 people?
And it's going to lead into the 5 people. I also want to say, don't be afraid to pay for help. So no, you're not always going to get everything for free, right? So like you may not be able to get a free mentor or a free coach. It is okay to pay for help, to invest in whether it's your business, your mental health, right? Because maybe you need a therapist that will help you. You have to pay your therapist. So that's something as well. So I feel like that goes into like the people that you need in your circle.
And I'm going to add to what Keisha says, because sometimes people get scared when they hear the word pay for help. But that is the beautiful thing about pricing, because pricing goes like this. Somebody can help you for $15, for $25, for $50. Somebody else can help you for $250. Somebody else may charge $500. Somebody else going to be $1,500. Somebody else going to be $5,000. There's no right or wrong or cost scarcity when it comes to getting help. So when you hear pay for help, don't just think I can't afford it, or help is not for me, or whatever the case might be. Find somebody that can help you. If you're paying for it, find somebody that can help you that meets your budget.
Yes.
That's cost effective for you. So don't let paying for help freak you out or make you be like, nah, I'm good. Find somebody that can help you in the range that you're willing to pay. That's why everybody has different price points. Work your way up to somebody else or to something, or save. So there's ways to get the help that you want and that you need. So let's talk about these 5 people, okay? So Medium says that there's 5 people that you should have in your circle. Number 1 is a cheerleader, someone to believe in you when you struggle to believe in yourself. Gail. Everybody needs a Gail. Okay. Gail is a cheerleader to Oprah. Oprah says all the time that Gail is oftentimes happier about her successes and her wins than she is. You need somebody to cheer you on. You need somebody to see you even when you don't see yourself. You need somebody to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. You need somebody to pick you up when you fall and dust you off and be like, girl, get back out there. Or sir, get back out there in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so we like cheerleader. Number 2 is a mentor, to point you in the right direction when you're feeling lost. Mentors are free. I always like to tell the difference between a mentor and a coach. Oftentimes, a mentor is going to be somebody that you already know, maybe somebody that you work with, somebody at your church. If you're coaching football, basketball, it's somebody usually that you know that sees you, they see you doing a good thing, and they want to help you along the road and give you guidance. So if you have one, great. If you don't have one, see somebody that you know that's in a position that you want to reach and see if they will mentor you and help you to be where you want to be, or go where you want to go, or grow into where you want to be at. Okay. The third one is a coach. The coach is to take you out of your comfort zone so you can maximize your potential and make things happen. A lot of times, a coach is going to be somebody that you pay, right? Keisha's a coach for people who want to start a t-shirt business, so she coaches, but she does charge for that. Teddy is an exit strategist and crypto expert, and she helps with that. She's a strategist and coach in that, but she charges for that. I am a business development strategist, so I help Black entrepreneurs with their businesses. And from the coaching perspective, I charge for that. But we also all mentor. We're doing these Facebook lives, these YouTube lives, these Instagrams. So we're mentoring and giving out a lot of free content too. So coaching, mentoring, this person could be the same person, or they can be different people. So at least a cheerleader, a mentor, and a coach. The fourth person is a friend, to hear out your dreams and your deepest desires. If you don't got a homegirl or a homeboy that you can talk to about your dreams and your deepest desires, you need to get some different people around you, or at least one person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fifth person is a peer, to keep you focused on the task at hand. Somebody that's also, a coworker, colleague, somebody in your same industry, a peer that can keep you focused on the tasks that you can have conversations about. So if you're an entrepreneur, you need other entrepreneur friends. If you're an accountant, you need other accountant friends. If you are a truck driver, you need other truck driver friends. Somebody who understands what you're dealing with, who understands the task at hand, that can talk you through getting through your day-to-day assignments and your tasks. So a cheerleader, to believe in you when you struggle, to believe in yourself, a mentor to point you in the right direction when you're feeling lost, a coach to take you out of your comfort zone so you can maximize your potential and make things happen. That's the person who's going to push you. You need a real friend to hear your dreams and your deepest desires, and you need a peer to keep you focused on the task at hand.
I love that.
I say this is where we get back to Black love, because my husband is my friend and my cheerleader. And I honestly couldn't get through life, right? I could not get through life without him. And it makes me, when you think about life and growing old with someone, it's going to come to an end. I mean, it has to, right? It's inevitable. And thinking of not having him in my life, or even vice versa, it just breaks me down, because that is the person I could tell anything. Like I don't know people, there's always those one secrets. There's probably like 1% of information he doesn't know about me, but 99.9%, I can tell him anything and everything. And we pillow talk. He's my confidant. He's my friend. If I just need to cry, like he is there. And I don't do it very often, but when I do, he just stops and it's there. And it's like, if you don't have that in your life, that is what we seek. Yeah. And we cannot let mass media, what we hear in songs, see on the news, see on radio, convince you that you don't need that person, that you're ride or die. And it doesn't have to be in a romantic relationship, right? It can be in a true friend. But to have that, man, I would give up all the rest. I'd give up the other 4 for that friend, right? That person to tell anything to. So
you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that saying, it takes a village. Yeah. Because it really, really does. Teddy said earlier, you can't do it by yourself, and you can't. A lot of people, or, some people say like, oh, I did this on my own and I got here on my own. No, you didn't. You did not get there. You needed somebody along the way. And Teddy, I'm also glad that you brought up Black love, right? Because it's like, it's so important, Black romantic love, Black friendships, Black relationships, parent-child relationship, all of the Black relationships is so important for growth. And there's y'all know the Destiny's Child, Independent Woman, or all the women. Yeah. I don't sing that song no more. Like that song comes on, I'm like, I need my village. I need my support system. They are so important to me. They are going to help me with my growth. And I always talk about the importance of a support system, because I'm so appreciative, and oh my God, I could get emotional. I'm so appreciative of my mom, my family, my friends, my now boyfriend. Like, everyone is just my mentors, my girls on here. Like, everyone is just pouring into me, right? And just helping me to grow, you know, and be where I need to be. Like, so I'm just so appreciative of everyone in my life. Like, I really am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I love
that. We appreciate you too, girl.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Poured into you. So we have a lot of folks on the line that, and I know there's people who are like, I have a problem asking for help. Some of that is being around people that you feel comfortable asking for help. How do you find that? So how do you find people that are willing to help, or are comfortable helping, or are willing to help? How have you done that over the years?
Oh, Teddy's frozen.
Teddy is frozen.
And I'm back. Am I back?
Nope, you're still frozen, boo.
Oh,
there you go. You're back.
Oh, there you go.
You're back. Yes, Nina says, yeah, how do I find these people? Where are these helpful melanated people at? I you know, y'all know what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna let y'all speak first.
Oh, no, I want you to tell me. Tell me what you think. You go first.
Okay, I love Meetup. I cannot say enough good things about Meetup. MEETUP.com, meetup.com. When I've had the same girlfriend, the majority of my girlfriends I've had since I was 16. So if you can think of what your life was like from 16 to 22, that's what my girlfriends is like. Like, these is my ride or die. They know where the bodies are buried. They know what's in the closet. Like, we've been through everything together. We're still good friends today. But there came a point in my life where I needed to grow and elevate and get around some different types of individuals. I wanted to start my business. I wanted to elevate as a Black woman. And so I went on meetup.com. I found this group called East Valley Women of Color when I was here in Phoenix. Again, I live in Arizona, not a lot of Black people. And so I had to be very intentional about seeking out positive Black women. And I joined this group, and I'm 45. And so my girlfriends are probably like 47, 50, 51. They're a little bit older than me, like 3 to 5 years older than me. And they took me under their wing, and they encouraged me. We have lunch on a regular basis. They call to check on me. My girlfriend brought me soup the other day because I was sick. When they move away, we go and visit each other. Just that meetup.com, like, literally opened me up to just so many beautiful relationships, conversations, encouragement, and empowerment, which is why I talk about it all the time, because there are a lot of groups on Meetup, especially Black groups on Meetup, for positive conversation, for business knowledge, for hiking. There's a Black outdoor group that goes hiking. There's one on there that does, they do kickball. Like, there are other people that look like you, that talk like you, that want to move in a certain kind of way, and they want to help, and they want to encourage, and they want to empower. So meetup.com is a great place to go to find people that want to help you, where you can feel comfortable asking for help, who are in spaces and conversations and rooms that can bring you along or open the door and invite you in. So definitely, depending on where you're located, look up meetup.com and see if there's any, organizations or groups that are doing something that is like-minded with you, or in a direction that you want to go, or just get you out your house and get you introduced to some different people, meet some new people, have some different conversations. Men and women. So Lovely Kisses _Cheryl said men and women. There's both groups. There's women's groups, there's men's groups, there's business groups, there's groups for young people that just moved to a city. Like, you just got to get on there. I always get on there and just put Black, and then anything Black. Black groups. So I look at my city and I put Black, and then I can see anything Black that's happening. African American that's happening. That's always my go-to, my recommendation for somebody who's looking to change their environment, or get different friends, or level up your friends. You can keep the same ones. I'm not saying don't have those same friends. I still have my same. That's my best friend, my closest girlfriends. But I also needed some different conversations. Even right now, I'm looking for some $1 million friends, because I can make $1 million. And so I need to hang out with 4 other millionaires so I can be the 5th one. So even now I'm looking at, okay, I need help. I need this $1 million level, this multi 7-figure level. And so who's having those conversations, and who do I need to be around so that I can get the help that I need to get to multiple 7 figures? So it doesn't stop. You should always be asking for help. You should always be leveling up. You should always be changing your environment. You should always be opening your mouth to have somebody feed into you and speak life over you, especially if you're the strong friend and you're always pouring out, which is me.
And you also need to be doing something that brings you joy. How many of you actually do things that you enjoy on a regular basis? If you enjoy running, riding a bike, going for long walks, right? Going in the park, golfing, whatever, swimming, whatever your thing is, if you're not doing it, and that's what you really enjoy doing, you're not going to find other people that are doing that thing that they enjoy doing, and then y'all can connect, right? But if you never do the thing that makes you happy and brings you joy, then you're never going to find anyone that's like-minded that's doing that thing as well. So maybe you just need to step out on your own faith and start doing things by yourself that you enjoy, and you will run into people who are enjoying that thing as well.
Yep. I was going to say like parts of what you both said. So that's how you do it. What Teddy and LaNée said, y'all.
All right, so we have about 7 minutes left on this broadcast. Are there any questions that you guys have? I saw somebody ask a minute ago. Man, it was way back. But somebody asked, how do you ask for help, financial help for your business? I can't remember who asked it. It was a while ago. I'm seeing if I can find it. I'm looking for the comment, but I may not find it. I hate to hear. How do you beautiful? There it is. Thank you, Philly. I'm gonna butcher your last name. I'm not gonna say it. How do you beautiful ladies ask for financial help without feeling uncomfortable? And I think that's a 2-part question. Are we talking about I need a loan, or are we talking about for my business?
Right.
These are there's 2 different ways about making that ask. So we'll start with personal. How do you ask for financial help personally?
First question is, are you asking someone that got it? Like, do they got it? That's the mistake most people make, is they ask somebody ain't got it.
Yeah. Good point.
They in the same boat as you.
Number one, make sure you're asking somebody who got the money. At least they got to weigh out the options. I got it. Can I help? If you ask somebody who don't got it, it's automatically like, I ain't got it.
Right. And you know I ain't got it, so why you asking me?
I'm gonna say something that people ain't gonna want to hear, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Your character is gonna tell that story, because who you are will determine if that person, whether they got it or they're gonna have to stretch to get it for you, will give it to you or not. And if they give it to you, it's because they honestly believe, number one, you need it, and that if you agree to pay it back, that you're going to do it, that you're worthy to receive it. And you're being judged through your life. It's not right, but it's happening. So the person who's giving you that money is judging your circumstance. How did you get here? Do you really need it? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back? But if your character reflects that all of those things are going to happen in a positive form, why wouldn't they give it to you if they got it? So that's my answer.
All right. So financially, so let's make it so business, right? So how do you have a conversation with somebody around money if it's for business?
I would say always come with a plan. So don't just say, I have this idea. Okay, I need money for startup capital. No, that's not the right way to go about it. I would say have your plan. Even, maybe you can have someone look over your business plan, maybe a mentor you have, or, someone in your circle that is business savvy to go over the business plan with you or for you. So I would never ask like my aunt or my mom or, someone personally for money for my business without having the plan, letting them know this is how I'm going to be making money in this business. This is how I plan to pay you back. Right. So you have to have that conversation too. Like if you want to give it to me, great. But I am asking for a loan, right? I want you to invest in me so that I can give it back to you and so that I can grow. So definitely come with a plan.
That's it.
I'm gonna say, and this is literally my strategy. I'm about to put myself out there. So if don't come ask me for money, even though I'm about to tell you what works. A win-win situation. anybody who I've ever asked for help for, they always be like, man, I will always help you because you always make it a win-win situation. So anytime you ask for help, not anytime, but specifically when you're talking about money, right? Specifically when you're talking about money, but whenever you can, a win-win situation. If one of my mentors always says, receiving is a giving proposition. So anytime you want to receive, give something, right? So if I'm going to kind of ask somebody for $10,000, I'm going to make sure that I'm thinking, where is the value and how are they going to get this back plus something, right? So if I'm asking for $10,000 to fund my business, whatever the case might be, how can I make this transaction valuable to the person who's giving it to me? Is it equity? Is it 2.5% interest on the getting it back? Is it the turnaround is going to be in 6 months, or it's going to be an increase in percentage? Is it what's the win for them, right? Because if I just go up to them and say, hey, I need $10,000 for my business, can you hand it to me? For what? Why? What's in it for me?
What do I get? What do I get?
Yeah, you want to be thinking about that before you step to them. You want to, like Keisha said, you want to have your plan. This is what I'm going to do with it. This is how I'm going to use it. I like to bring you on as a board member. At that point, you'll get 3% residual income for the next 5 years. So you should get that back plus 10%. Like, it's a win-win situation. You're making an investment. So anytime you're asking for assistance, not anytime, I don't want to say anytime, because sometimes if you can't pay your rent and you don't have anything and you have to go and ask somebody for help, there might not be something that you could do for them right there, right? But if the opportunity to make something win-win presents itself, that's one of the best ways to go about asking for help, especially in business specifically. Because you can barter services. You can, hey, if you give me this, I'll give you that. I'll put you on my podcast. I'll send out an email. We can market. I mean, there's so many different things you can do from business perspective with regards to asking for help, and you can make it a win-win situation. And I say that because and you guys can probably vouch. People come on, hey, LaNée, will you look at my website? Hey, LaNée, can I pick your brain? Hey, LaNée, will you look at my this? Hey, LaNée. And, sometimes it's, I have the time, I'll do it. And other times it's like, here, let me send you this link, and I can. But when somebody steps to me, it's like, hey, I have this going on. I'd really like for you to participate, but I really need for you to do this. And if you can do this, then I'll do this, this, and this. Oh, cool. I got you. What do you need?
No brainer. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are at the 1 hour mark. I hope that you guys have found today's broadcast informative and motivational and inspirational. And now you feel like you can go out here and tackle the world and ask for help should you need it. But also, if somebody comes to you and asks for help, you'll be in a better mental state with regards to how you help them going forward. So with that being said, I'm going to go around the room and ask for final thoughts before we say our goodbyes. But before I do that, please make sure that you go and support Melanated Air. First of all, we are on YouTube. You can go check us out. Go like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Melanated Air. But you can also go like and subscribe to each one of us individually. You can catch Teddy Ewing at The Real Teddy Talks. You can find Keisha Ravenell at We Inspire Brand, and you can find me at my name, which is I am LaNée Javet. So with that being said, let's go around the room and do our final thoughts on asking for help, asking and or receiving help.
I'm going to end it just like I began it. It's all about your circle and who you have around you. So when you feel like you can't ask for help, look inward first and then look outward. And if you see people around you, but you don't trust anyone to ask them for help or trust them to be vulnerable, then you need to reevaluate who's around you and change it up. So always look to yourself first and then look outward. And if you're not feeling that good energy and them good vibes, you need to change it up. But you are the one in control of all of that.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk about the circle as well. I would say when you find that circle, when you find those people, make sure you are surrounding yourself with people that are going to keep it real with you, and you're not surrounding yourself with yes men, because that's not going to be helpful for your personal development, your business development, your career development, none of your development, right? Like, you have to surround yourself with people that are going to keep it 100 with you. So that is going to help you grow. And I feel that when you build that trust, it is going to be easier for you to ask for help, because you know they genuinely want to be there for you, and you know that you're going to go to that next level.
Yeah.
I guess I'll stay on brand and go with the circle too. Then I'll say make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are people that can fill you up when you run empty. Don't just surround yourself with people that you have to pour into, but make sure that it's mutual, right? So if you're pouring, maybe you go out and have lunch or dinner with them and they have to get something off of their chest and they do all the talking this time and you're doing the receiving. And then the next time you have something going on and you guys go to dinner and you were able to give the conversation. Like you're the one that's doing the talking, right? But if you're always just having people throw their drama and chaos and trauma on you without actually being able to receive help yourself, that's not healthy. And so you want to be surround yourself with people that you feel comfortable asking for help from, that you feel comfortable pouring back into you, and that make you feel good, right? And make you feel safe. So that's what we want to make sure that you do and that we do as a people, as a community, as brothers, as sisters, as Black people, is that we can lean on me. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to lean on that person, have that person lean on you mutually, reciprocity, right? And if we do that, like Keisha says, we'll go further and faster. But if you try to do it by yourself,
and faster,
slow, and it's gonna be lonely.
I tell you.
All right. We thank you so much for tuning in to another Melanated Air today. And we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 2:00 p.m. Eastern on Melanated Air. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can find all of us individually, like I said, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Our handles are on the screen. Please go like and subscribe and follow us. And we will see you guys back here on Tuesday of next week. Sonia says, do not delete this video. Ma'am, it will not be deleted. It will be on there. You can go back and watch it. You can watch it as many times as you would like to. So that
YouTube at Melanated Air will be there into perpetuity.
Yes. And we thank you so much. And as always, continue to be blessed, stay Black, and be one.
We'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.